Hi, everyone. So I'm the co-founder and CEO of Fabulous. Fabulous is an app that helps you build healthy routines into your life. We are incubated at Duke University and the Center for Advanced Insight, which is a lab led by Dan Ariely, a professor of behavior economics and the author of the book Predictably Irrational. So I'd like to frame this presentation around this framework that we have developed at the lab that could help you make better decisions in your app. So first of all, think about the behavior. What's the exact behavior that you want your user to achieve? Then think about the barriers. What are the elements that could prevent your user from achieving this behavior? And finally, think about the benefits. What do I gain once I achieve that behavior? So let's quickly jump into one example. This is the first screen that you use it to get when you open Fabulous. And as you can see, it looks pretty good. Let's get Fabulous. What's your most important health goal right now? Then you can choose to feel more energized, to sleep better. Looks pretty well. But there is one big problem with this screen. I'll leave you just a few seconds to think it out. So the problem with the screen was the question that we were asking. What's your most important health goal right now? So when users read this, they started asking themselves all sorts of questions. Can I make the wrong choice? Can I change my opinion later? What if I want to change my goal? So one simple change that we did is just asking them which goal would you like to start with. And now we are giving them the permission to change their mind later. And this has uplifted the onboarding completion rate by 15%. So we wanted to go even further than this, and we started limiting the options as well, like providing them with the default option. And this, again, has increased the retention on day one. So here's a tip. Your user is using your app, and he's asking himself all sorts of questions all the time. Can I put my credit card information? Is it secure enough? So try to answer all these questions for the user. Try always to provide the answer so that the user doesn't feel frustrated. Because otherwise, if he starts asking himself too many questions, he will just close the app. So to tell you a little bit about Fabulous. In Fabulous, we aim to help you build a morning routine. And in our opinion, this is a good morning routine. You wake up, you drink water, you exercise a little bit, and then for some people, you would eat a great breakfast. In order to get you to do this, this is how we use it to do it. This is the old onboarding. So you would get to the screen where you have all these habits, and then everything else is hidden out, and you need to tap on drink water. So we were forcing the users to do this. And I have to tell you, they were really frustrated about this. They thought that we were forcing them. They even sent us this kind of email. You betrayed my trust when I had great expectation for you. Well, how can we solve this? Let's go back to these ideas of behavior economics. Let's first start with the behavior. What's the behavior that we're trying to achieve? Feeling more energized. Well, that's not the behavior, actually. That's the outcome. If you want to think about the behavior, think about the exact steps that your user needs to take. In our case, it's waking up in the morning, reaching out to my bottle of water, and then drinking water and taking some time to feel great. The behavior is not the outcome. And then let's get to the second step, the barriers. I want to drink water, or I don't want. What are the barriers? So we conducted the user survey, and these were the three main obstacles. I'm not convinced that I need to drink water. I want to drink water, but I don't have water at reach. Or I'm just not very committed. Let's try to solve this. This is the new onboarding. In the new onboarding, instead of asking you to drink water, we start by asking you a few questions. Do you want to build the habit of exercising in the morning? Some people might say yes, some people might say no. Then, do you want to build the habit of eating great breakfast in the morning? Same, some people might say yes, some people might say no. And then we ask you the most important question for us. Do you want to drink water in the morning? So this seems very easy related to the two other goals. It's just drinking water. So even if I said no to the two other questions, I'm going to say yes. Almost 99% of the people are going to say yes. I want to drink water in the morning. And in this case, it was your choice, actually. It was something that you choose to do. It's not us forcing this on you. Now, let's think about the second barrier. I'm not very committed. I don't feel very committed to this. Well, what you can do in this case is using what we call in behavior economics implementation intention, which is simply asking the user, do you commit to drink water tomorrow? And you can even enhance this effect by using what we call active choice. Active choice means that you're going to frame the yes question as something very positive for your user, like I want to drink water and feel great about myself. And then you frame the negative answer as something not that good. I don't want to drink water. I don't care about my health. So here's another way in which you can do this. As you know, we're all trying to get our users to invite their friends. And generally, we would ask them, please invite your friends to our app. It's something really great. It will make us happy. But generally, users will just run away. So another way of doing this is, first of all, by stating the benefit. If you invite your friends to Fabulous, you are much more likely to complete your habits. And then second of all, let's use the active choice. So here we're providing them with 3 choices. 2 of them are positive, 1 is negative. One of them is, I'd like to invite my friend to join me in this journey. I want to invite my friend to monitor me on this journey. And then the third choice is, I'll do it on my own. It's a little bit negative, actually. So always answer this question for the user. What is it in for me? What do I gain out of doing this action? Always provide the benefits. Go through the copy of your app and state everything as benefits, not as goals, not as objective, but as benefits for the final user. Now, here's a bonus one. You can get your user to commit even more by using what we call a commitment contract, which is simply asking the user to commit to a place and time in which they are more likely to accomplish that behavior. And then you would ask them to sign up this with their name. This is called the commitment contract. Now, let's think about the next barrier. Well, I want to drink water, but I just don't have water at reach. If you think about your users, they are much more likely to commit to your app when they first open the app or when they just have completed one milestone. So this is the best time for you to ask for even more engagement. In our case, after they commit, we're going to ask them, would you like us to send us a reminder tonight so that you put your water bottle by your bedside? This is beneficial for the users, so they are really likely to say yes. If you are a finance app, this could be the right moment to ask them to set up automatic saving. If you are Google Photo, this is the right time to ask for auto backup of your pictures. So think about one action in your app that could really lead to much more engagement. Think about ways to make it automated, and then ask the user to commit to this on high points, either on the onboarding or just after they successfully completed the milestone within your app. So now let's get to the third part, the benefit part. What do I gain out of doing all of this? Well, this is an interesting one because, of course, it's changing from one app to the next. If you are a weight loss app, it's very easy to know, it's very easy for the user to know that they have gained something. They will just wait themselves 1 week in, and they would see if this has been beneficial or no. So in the case of Fabulous, since we didn't have that, we thought about this idea. So each time that you complete your habit, we're going to ask you to take some time to celebrate, to feel good about yourself. You need something tangible to provide for the user after a few days of usage so that they understand that they're gaining something out of your app. And here's a good way to think about it. Let's suppose that I keep using your app for a few months. How's this going to transform my life? Now take all these benefits and make them immediate and salient. Tell the user, this is what you're gaining on every step of the way. So here is it. We have now applied the 3 tenets of behavior economics. First of all, we started with the outcome. We want the user to feel more energized. And from there, we got the exact behavior that we need to apply. I want to wake up and reach out to my bottle of water. And then we conducted the user survey to know about the barriers. And some people are not committed enough. In this case, we used what we call the implementation intention in order to get them to commit. Some people didn't have water at reach. So we used the active choice idea in order to get us to send them a gentle reminder that same night for them to put a water bottle by their bedside. And then we have provided them with a tangible benefit by asking them to celebrate for a few minutes their achievement. Hope this has been useful. Thanks, and back to Jenny.
Thank you very much. So I want just to recap if you go back to that one key behavior you identified at the beginning of this talk, I really hope that you found something inspiring from both mine and Sammy's session, and that you already have great ideas of how you're going to implement these into your own app. And so once you have done that, I'd love it if you could share with us your app techniques via Twitter using the hashtag #appengagement. And to keep in touch with us about Google Play in general as well, please stay up to date via these links here. And as I've mentioned before, the medium.com/GooglePlayDev is another great resource for best practices. So I hope you really enjoyed today's session. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
And if you have any questions, please go ahead and step up to the mic. Thank you.